watching this video, I just want to give you guys a disclaimer. There are going to be a lot of spoilers, a lot of controversial topics that I'm going to talk about that will probably get you guys very mad. And maybe 2% of you have actually watched the series that I'm going to talking about. And genuinely, this video is very boring, so I'm probably not gonna. Even me, I'm probably not gonna watch all of it. I have literally edited no parts out, so you get to see the real me and all the mistakes I make during I talk. So this is going to be interesting. It's like a third, almost like a 25-minute video, which is just amazing. But I hope you like it. I hope you watch it all the way through. If you don't, it's justified because I didn't. I actually did. Okay, I did, but like I'm kind of like just talking in like this hyperbole manner. Hyperbole. I don't remember the expression. Anyway, I'm just talking to you in this exaggerated manner because I just want to tell you that it's very boring, but it says something. I don't know what it says. I don't really. It's not even compact. I didn't script this out. I didn't plan it out. I just wanted to talk about Fantastic Beasts because, well, I love the series and many people don't. And I wanted to talk about how many people don't. And I love the script writing. I love the planning that it took. I love the sceneries and all that. So I just want to say that before you even start this video because I love it all. So you're talking to a very biased person here. You're listening to a very biased person here. So I just want to say that goodbye and I'll meet you in my next video. I don't know. This is just editing me. Bye. Even though I'm editing at the same spot. Bye. Hello. Today's video is again sort of random and I still don't know if you can hear me. I'm gonna check once and then we're gonna be done with it. If you hear me enough, I'm definitely gonna have to upload it in my app, but it's enough. Today we are going to be talking about one of the most hated parts of my favorite series, Harry Potter. Actually, that is a lie. After Cursed Child, one of the most hated parts of the Harry Potter or the Wizarding World franchise, even better. Fantastic Beasts. I have already made a I have already made a short on this, but I actually kind of clarified the basis of um of me saying I don't hate Fantastic Beasts. In fact, I love it. I love the whole thing. And today I'm gonna explain why, what, wait, huh, what. Obviously, I don't like it better than Harry Potter, but I love it. I definitely do. Let's explore because guess what? I love controversy and I to place controversy in my heart. So we're gonna explore further about this certain topic and we're gonna see what do you guys think of it. I don't even know if most of you guys are gonna see it. This is gonna be a long video and most of my family do not even watch Harry Potter, which is like half of my audience. But anyway, for those of you who are, thank you and let's go on. Okay, so firstly, I want to say the ratio between people who have reviewed the whole Fantastic Beasts series as bad to the ratio who have actually rated it nicely, very small, very, very unbalanced. The former is definitely uplifting by a lot. I'm also supposed to be studying right now, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I'm literally going to eat candy and talk with y'all, so this is going to be fun. First of all, I'm going to talk about something that is the most important to me in a book. Obviously, a lot of things are very important to me, but to me, this is the thing that catches me, that puts me on a point. I'm really going on with my Indian accent today. I don't know, I'm in a mood of that. Anyway, I'm going to talk about something that puts me in a hook if it's good, and that is dialogue. Pri- I'm, I prioritize dialogue before anything else because I think if the dialogues are not unrealistic, that's me just hooking up with the series. Okay, that's where you literally hook me on to the series. Okay, now let us talk about the series' dialogues. Let's talk about actually again the characters. Because believe it or not, dialogue actually relies a lot on characters. For example, Newt. Let us talk about the second movie at the beginning where the whole hearing session was going through. Okay, let me first say that I have not planned anything for this video, so my everything can be a very off precision, off like what actually happened. But like I have a certain idea of what I want to do, but I don't have a very broad idea of what I want to do. So I just wanted to say that. Anyway, um, so as I was saying, the second movie, first scenes where Newt is being negotiated, I love the dialogue in that whole scene, even of Newt, because sometimes in books or in movies, when you're saying very good heroic dialogues, it actually becomes very cringe-worthy. It's like, okay, I get it, you are a hero. What else do you want to say about that? But I kind of felt the opposite with this one. It seemed so genuine that seriously Newt does not want to pick sides in this fight. He has his own side, he has his own company, and he's good with that. It really seemed a very genuine, and I love that whole part of them saying, telling you that in a war you need to pick one side, and he's like, I don't pick sides. I can't pick a side in this. Love that whole genuinity. I think that's the word, and love that whole scene. Even Theseus' scene, it seemed so. At first, it seemed so like, oh, he's about to give him a hug, but then you realize, oh, it has a darker twist to it, and it has a darker plot to it. Let us talk about Jacob again. I feel like this was the best decision that was made for the whole movie. I love Jacob's character. I'm gonna come out and say it. I absolutely love Jacob's character. First of all, it makes me imagine what if this actually happens. Because what if like Jacob is literally a muggle like we are. He lived in the same way we did, had no idea about magic, had no interest in it. In fact, he was like, I'm going to open a bakery, and that's all that is on my mind right now. But it's funny how things just changed for him, and he went on to live a life of possibly, like, literally a wizard. Okay. And that seems very intimidating, at least to me, that maybe someday this is going to happen to me. Because me, I genuinely believe that maybe not the Harry Potter universe, of course, maybe not, but that there is some world that we don't know about. That everyone has secrets. So I think there is still this global secret about like some world that is actually like some sort of full secret that we don't know about. Most people don't know about, in fact. So the idea of us, of a complete stranger like us, to being introduced in that world, it intimidates me too much that I love Jacob's whole character. And to where he has come in the third movie. Um, Queenie, I love all the way what happened with her. First, she was just this giddy girl, almost as if I almost thought her in the first movie like Luna. She was very straightforward. She was very straightforward, but she could keep secrets, but she was straightforward. She was a schemer. She could scheme things. But like that's not Luna, but like also, her physical appearance, blonde, fair skinned and all that. But I think like very being very straightforward, being very giddy. Not that Luna was particularly giddy, but like excited about small things. And yeah, that kind of made me, in the first film at least, made me see her as Luna. In the second film, her character arc completely changed. I loved it because I think that all of the scenes that were with her, I felt genuine pain for her. I was like, oh my god, how close has she come to finding Jacob and Newt in France? And then again, bam. The moment when that lady was like approaching her, I was like, no, this cannot be happening with my queenie. She's our queen. I just cannot. But the main part that I loved about it is that Queenie made her own decisions. This was not a decision already made for her. It was like Queenie could read minds, right? And I think a lot of people had put hate on her because of this, that she could read minds, but she still didn't figure out that Grindelwald is is a criminal possibly, and is not saying the truth. I think J.K. Rowling actually made a comment on this saying that she can read minds, but she doesn't actually know the whole story, of course. She hasn't been reading the character's mind for like ages. She has just read one thought. And that kind of completely bases her opinion of that person. So she could have just thought something that Grindelwald was thinking that was actually good, but he was only thinking that to be playing her, you know. So Grindelwald himself is such a manipulative person that he might be thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna show her that this is good things about me," and she might have only heard the thought when she was thinking about what good things he was going to show her. That doesn't make any sense, but I feel like it makes sense in my brain. Anyway, so she can just hear one thought. She can't, and she bases that person off of the whole thought. So I think because of that, it's even harder for her to judge someone because, like us, we don't have the ability to actually go inside the mind and judge them. But since she does, but she does not have the ability to judge them all the time. She can, but she's not going to waste her time on that. So the only one inside thought that she hears from the person is literally basing his or her whole character for her. So I love Queenie. I love that Jacob and Queenie's pair up, all of that. I am literally going to edit no part of this video out because I can't. It's literally already 10 minutes, but I have so much other things to discuss. Anyway, this is going to have spoilers, by the way, this video. Let's talk about Credence. A lot of people were very like, oh, Credence never died. Oh my god, this is like such a whole plot up because J.K. Rowling in the whole Harry Potter series, she has kind of made it clear that when people die, they cannot come back. So people were like, oh, Credence died, and of course he came back. So like J.K. Rowling is kind of like contradicting her whole theory. She's not. First movie ending, we saw Credence escaping, and a very small part of him. I agree, a very small part of him, but he did escape. So for those people, you might have blinked in that part because it was really really small and really really compact and really not very based on a lot of theory, but that did happen. Newt noticed it actually, and that just clears off such a big path for people to say, "Oh, J.K. Rowling kind of made that up." Next, I want to talk about Tina, of course, one of our lead women activists at this point, at least for me. Um, Love her, even though sometimes, only sometimes, she's like, you're too confident. You need to kind of slow down, girl. You need to sit down and have a tea with a very genuine person. But I do think, okay, by the way, me and Tina are definitely like indefinitely matching right now with the hair. But I do genuinely believe that I'm saying genuinely a lot in this video anyway. Tina is such a open character. You know, she's open to giving you her opinions. She's not like Queenie. She's not straightforward about something, but she's definitely very much open to her opinions. She's going to say them out loud without you even noticing that she's kind of insulting you. You're like gonna be like, okay, I'm mesmerized by your openness, so I'm not even actually seeing that you're actually insulting me. So I think even that is like wonderful about this whole Tina thing. After that, I guess I do have to address that she was not in the third movie quite a lot. She was like mostly ignored. But I don't really care about that. The last little part that we had of her, it was like literally everything. Because she portrayed her character so well. I don't actually know the actor who did it. I'm just gonna search once. Catherine Watterson. Okay, Catherine Watterson in the last little, even the last little cameo, literally showed the whole deal of Tina Goldstein. Okay, some people came to my house. Anyway, as I was saying, so in the middle, some people came to my house, like obviously people who stay actually, not guests. But anyway, let us continue. Let us talk. Yeah, we were talking about Waterstone. I forgot her name, Catherine Waterstone. Her last cameo part, literally, it portrayed a lot of emotions. I will say, because she was acting as if a lot has happened, of course, because on this course of events, and she has gone through a lot of things as well. But she was acting like she knew the whole story. Like she was literally, her facial expressions were so endearing. She was like, "I know the whole story, mute. You can tell me as well." It was so comforting as well. So I love that part as well, and the real reason why I actually love the franchise is because it shows us something that we actually did need. Because I always felt that Dumbledore was a very mysterious man myself. I always wanted to know, well, what is this mysteriousness that Dumbledore walks around with, when like we just know him as like we just knew him as like, oh, he has done a lot of great things, but we didn't really know what he has done. Like, who are you, Dumbledore? Why are you so popular? And I think this story really shows, first of all, his relationship with Grindelwald, who I'll talk about later, and his relationship with this whole generation, because we see him exist in this 1920s or like 1940s. I don't actually know what period this was from, but like this like 19th century. But we also see him exist in like 1990s, where it's like things have changed, of course. So I think it's really important that we see that Dumbledore actually faced like two big villains in his life. First of all, he faced Grindelwald, and then second of all, he faced Voldemort. And he must be so like, when the reign of Voldemort began, potentially he must have felt so like deja vu and all, must have nostalgic. He must have felt so nostalgic, but like, he could like, it was almost like deja vu was happening. Even though Grindelwald and Voldemort are so different, he must have thought like, oh my god, another supervillain. Am I actually going crazy or what? And I just love that fact. Okay, now let's talk about Grindelwald, of course. I didn't hate Grindelwald like I thought I would after watching the first movie. Normally, I'm like, I love manipulative character, but I also get really annoyed by them because, like, I am a very I'm a person who can. I'm a simpleton. I can be I'm a simpleton. I can be manipulated very, very easily. So I admire them, but I also am like, oh my god, why? Oh my god, why are you doing this to me? But Grindelwald, I actually endear more because um, first of all, first of all, Johnny Depp. Let us first complete the fact that literally Johnny Depp plays the character, and even the third movie, the actor that played the character, I think he did it well. I definitely think he did it well. He played the manipulative, like leader character well. Now, I'm not going to obviously not take favorites because that would be completely off the point. Because like both of them, the second character literally had nothing to work on from his actual personal experience with the Harry Potter franchise. So I get why people would say that Johnny Depp was better. Um, but still, I feel like both of them really, really put a lot, like a lot of effort in becoming Grindelwald, because it's not easy to play a manipulative character, just being like good or bad, like black or white, or what are you going to choose? It's very hard to actually, I think, to play this character. So I loved both of their acting on that perspective. Um, but as I was saying, Crimes of Grindelwald got a grip on me. Okay, I know thousands of people probably are going to literally contradict everything that I'm saying in this video. But Crimes of Grindelwald, even the first scene where where Makuta was like, we had to change his guard probably 3 times because he was so manipulative. Oh my god! Like I was like, of course, and yeah, I quite liked that scene as well. So what I'm getting around here is of this whole discussion is that Grindelwald to me, and I mean, the whole Fantastic Beasts series to me has played a great part of my life, at least, because I went to the third movie, which I couldn't do for even for one of the Harry Potter films, because I believe when it ended, I was 1 year old. I was literally when it ended, I was 1 year old, so I could never go and watch the Harry Potter movies. So henceforth, um, seeing Fantastic Beasts kind of just like I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy that there is some kind of movie that I can go to support the Harry Potter franchise. But also seeing this spin-off makes me believe that there are so many characters, so many perspectives that we can get on. So it makes me believe that this is not over yet. Like, just because we are over with Harry Potter, this whole thing is not over yet, and we can continue and we can have a happy, happy life. So that is all I can say. This is definitely not very good like the other videos that I've seen on the topic of Fantastic Beasts being good, but I just wanted to discuss with all what I think. Maybe 2 people will watch this. I'm pretty sure that not even that, maybe 0 views. But I did want to like talk about this, and instead of talking to myself like I do normally, I wanted to film it because I don't want to seem that mad woman anymore. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this discussion if you watched it all the way through, because there's not a very big chance that you did. But if you did, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you with another video. But this literally just a discussion video, and I literally have nothing else to say. If I just want to say, if I had to rate Fantastic Beasts 5 out of 5, literally no comment on that. I know most of you will be like, that is unrealistic to the point where Iron Man isn't dead yet, but I am rating it 5 out of 5 in this realistic world, and I am saying that I loved it. That is where I'm going to end this video. Goodbye, and thank you for watching if you actually watched it. Bye, and I don't know if it's Indian accent going to continue in my other videos, but I'm actually liking this, like loving this accent. I love it. I just watched a lot of mostly sane videos, so like I'm like kind of in that zone right now. So goodbye.